Hello, time travelers! Today we're not talking about sun-drenched empires, but rather the shadowy walls of the Middle Ages. The setting? Cold castles, filled with damp tapestries, sour wine, and a luxury that seemed more like a curse than a privilege. Because being a king in that era wasn't about living surrounded by glory. It was sleeping on cold stones, eating bread hard as rock, and distrusting every smile at the table. And if you think being noble meant comfort, prepare yourself. Not even royalty escaped disease, filth, and the constant fear of betrayal. The throne was an invisible battlefield, and even sleep could be poison. Before we go deeper, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. That way, you'll always be reminded to come back for these journeys through history's hidden side. Now, imagine waking up to the sound of bells that don't mark freedom, but penance. The cold pierces through stone walls. The air is heavy with mold and smoke, and loneliness weighs more than the crown itself. This was the routine of a medieval king, living surrounded by gold, but without any true refuge. So close the curtains, turn up the volume, and come with me to explore why even a king wouldn't survive a single day inside his own castle. You wake to the crowing of roosters and sun that timidly breaks through the narrow window slits. The fresh morning air invades your chambers, bringing with it the aroma of bread being baked in the castle kitchens. Your eyes open to a new day as a member of medieval royalty, a life many imagine filled only with luxury and power. You stretch your arms and feel the rough texture of linen sheets against your skin. It's not the silk that modern tales describe. It's a sturdy material, washed with herbs to ward off the insects that would easily infest a bed without these precautions. As your grandmother used to say, even a king needs good linen to keep the fleas away from the throne. You hear gentle knocks at the door. The servants are arriving to begin your morning routine. Privacy as we know it today doesn't exist. Your life, even as royalty, is a constant theater where you're rarely alone. It's like living in a shared house where everyone knows when you use the bathroom, only with crowns and swords. The servants approach with deep bows. They bring a basin of warm water perfumed with rose petals and lavender. A full bath. Ah, that's a rare luxury, perhaps weekly or even monthly. The modern idea of daily bathing would make your contemporaries laugh or be horrified. That much water could kill you, they'd say. The water in the basin is heated, a true privilege. For the peasants outside, washing their face means breaking ice from a bucket left out overnight. You dip your hands and feel the comforting warmth. You wet your face and servants scrub your back and neck with damp cloths. It's what they call a dry bath. Your teeth? Well, that's an interesting chapter in medieval hygiene. You receive a mixture of ground herbs, a bit of salt, and a few drops of vinegar. With a brush made of pig bristles tied to a small branch, you scrub your front teeth. It's like brushing with a tiny duster, and the taste is about as pleasant as it sounds. The smell in your chambers is a curious mixture. There's the aroma of beeswax candles, very expensive and a clear sign of your wealth. The slightly sweet odor of herbs hanging to dry in the corners. And unfortunately, that inevitable human smell in an era without deodorants. Strong perfumes are your salvation. Your hair receives special attention. It's not washed frequently, but it's methodically combed with an ivory or bone comb to remove unwanted visitors that might have settled during the night. As they say, even under a crown, a louse makes no distinction between royal and common heads. While the servants work, you look out the window. The castle is already in full activity. It's like a small city awakening. Blacksmiths hammering, animals bleating and mooing, guards changing shifts, and the courtyard gradually filling with people going about their daily tasks. A symphony of sounds that would be unbearable for modern ears accustomed to silence. The time comes to get dressed. No opening a closet and choosing an outfit. Your garments are brought in an almost religious ceremony. First, the linen shirt, long and loose, that touches your skin directly. It's like a nightgown that reaches your knees. The first layer of many to come. Over it comes the tunic, made of wool in winter or thicker linen in summer. The colors are vibrant, not faded as many imagine the Middle Ages. Deep red, royal blue, purple, these are expensive colors, dyed with rare materials, symbols of your status. It's like wearing the medieval equivalent of a luxury car. Your legs are covered by stockings, literally. They're not modern elastic socks, but pieces of fabric sewn in the shape of your legs. Imagine trying to run in something like that. It's like having 2 shirt sleeves on each leg, tied at the waist so they don't fall down. The footwear deserves special mention. Medieval shoes don't know the concept of right foot and left foot. They're identical for both feet, and only after being worn for weeks do they gain the shape of your feet. It's like going through life with 2 small boats tied to your ankles, until they finally give in and mold themselves. The finishing touch. a belt with a small pouch where you keep your coins and small personal objects. There are no pockets in medieval clothing. Imagine having to carry a little bag to store your phone and keys every single day. Welcome to medieval inconvenience, where even kings need handbags. Now, properly dressed, you head to the Great Hall. The air is laden with the smell of wood burning in enormous fireplaces, candle wax, and the body odor of dozens of gathered people. It's like entering a restaurant where the ventilation system broke. The heater is on maximum, and nobody showered after a day of work. Eyes turn to you. Being royalty means never going unnoticed. Every movement is observed, every word recorded, every facial expression analyzed. It's like living in a 24-hour reality show, only without the option to leave when the season ends. The crown on your head is less a privilege and more a beacon that announces, "Look at me." The hall is full of courtiers, each with their secret agendas and floating alliances. Smiles hide rotten teeth and dubious intentions. Effusive greetings mask morning conspiracies. It's like a homeowners association meeting where everyone is passive-aggressive, only with daggers hidden in their sleeves. Breakfast, or the morning meal as it would be called, is already served. Forget crunchy cereals or toast with jam. Your first meal of the day is a thick oat soup, almost porridge, with pieces of bread soaked in. It's served in a wooden bowl for commoners, or pewter for you, a member of royalty. Practically a medieval acai bowl, only without acai and without the toppings. Along with the soup, there's diluted beer. Yes, beer for breakfast. Pure water is suspect, potentially deadly. The fermentation process of beer kills most bacteria. It's like taking an involuntary probiotic every morning before starting the day. Modern doctors would be horrified, but medievals would applaud your prudence. Bread is a constant presence. It's not the fluffy white bread from supermarkets. It's dark, dense, with a crust hard enough to serve as a weapon in emergencies. Biting this bread is like trying to chew a small leather cushion. Your medieval teeth, probably already compromised, work double time for this task. You observe the table around you. Medieval etiquette is fascinatingly different. People share plates and utensils without thinking twice. A single cup can pass through several mouths. It's like an all-you-can-eat buffet where nobody worries about germs because nobody knows they exist. Ignorance, in this case, is a temporary blessing. The servants move quickly, bringing more food, filling cups. There's a rigid hierarchy even in serving. The most noble receive first, the best pieces, the cleanest cups. It's like a buffet line where some people can simply cut in line, and nobody can complain. After breakfast, the kingdom's business begins. A counselor approaches with scrolls. These aren't documents printed on letter-size paper. They're animal skins scraped, treated, and polished to receive ink. Each document represents hours of artisanal work and the sacrifice of a creature. It's like receiving a report written on designer handbag leather. You notice that many of the scrolls have wax seals. These aren't mere decorative formalities. They're legally binding signatures, more powerful than any modern pen. Breaking a royal seal without authorization can be punished with torture or death. It's like violating someone's two-factor authentication, only with much more painful consequences. Your signature is required on various documents. A simple initial isn't enough. You use your signet ring, pressing it against hot wax melted over the parchment. It's your medieval digital identity, impossible to forge, at least in theory. Each noble has their own unique design, passed down from generation to generation. One of the scrolls brings news from a distant village, requesting tax reduction due to a poor harvest. You must decide. Maintain taxes and risk a hunger revolt, or reduce the levy and displease the nobles who depend on that money. There's no option that pleases everyone. It's like choosing which relative to upset at Christmas. Only people could die of starvation. While you ponder, a messenger enters hurriedly. He brings news from a neighboring kingdom. The information traveled for days, perhaps weeks, to reach you. In the medieval world, news ages before it's even delivered. It's like receiving a notification on your phone 3 months late and having to react as if it were urgent. The messenger is exhausted, covered in road dust. He traveled day and night, changing horses at posts along the way. Covering 60 miles could take entire days. It's like waiting for a large file to download on a dial-up connection from the 90s. You know it's coming, but the wait seems endless. The news isn't good. The neighboring kingdom is increasing its army. Is it preparation for war? Defense against another enemy? Simple precaution? You have no way of knowing for certain. There are no spy satellites or email interception. It's like trying to guess what's happening in your neighbor's house just by the sounds coming through the wall. Your military advisor suggests increasing border patrols. Each additional soldier means more expenses, more weapons, more food. Resources are finite. It's like managing a household budget where home security competes directly with food on the table. And you can't simply ask for a bank loan. The religious advisor, a bishop with a long beard and stern look, suggests prayers and building a new chapel to gain divine favor. In the medieval mindset, God is a literal military ally. It's like having a super powerful friend who may or may not answer your phone call, depending on how much you spent on his birthday present. Among the advisors, there are silent disputes for power and influence. Each suggestion comes loaded with personal interests. The master builder wants to build more fortifications. The merchant wants better relations with the neighboring kingdom. It's like being in a meeting where each department tries to increase their annual budget, only with swords at their waists. You need to navigate this sea of contradictory advice. Your word is final, at least in theory. In practice, you need to consider power alliances, family ties, debts of honor. It's like being CEO of a family company where all the directors are your cousins, uncles, and brothers-in-law, and every decision affects Christmas for the next 10 years. After hours of deliberation, lunchtime arrives. Now yes, the main meal of the medieval day. The hall fills again, and the display of social status through food begins. The main table where you sit is elevated on a platform. It's literally a level above the others, like a medieval Instagram story showing your superiority. If you're enjoying this immersion into real medieval life, comment below. Would you have the courage to live a week inside a medieval castle? The dishes begin to arrive. Meat is the center of attention. For royalty, this means hunted birds, whole roasted pigs, and noble pieces of deer or boar. Meat is served in large quantities, far beyond nutritional need. It's pure theater. It's like ordering the most expensive drink in the house, not for thirst, but so everyone can see. Cooking methods are limited. Roasting, boiling, or frying. There are no precise ovens with thermostats or microwaves. The result is food often burned on the outside and raw on the inside. It's like eating at a restaurant where the chef is having a particularly bad day, but nobody can complain because he has a sword. The concept of rare, medium, or well done doesn't exist. Meat is cooked until it's safe to eat, and then a bit more just to be sure. Salmonella and E. coli haven't been discovered yet, but their consequences are well known. It's like driving blindfolded. You don't see the danger, but you know it's there. Spices are the true stars of the noble meal. Pepper, cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves, brought from distant lands at astronomical prices, are ostentatiously sprinkled over dishes. Not so much for flavor, but for cost. It's like covering your ice cream with edible gold flakes today. Nobody really needs it, but everyone is impressed. Some dishes are purely ceremonial. Roasted peacocks put back in their feathers, stuffed swans, or a pig sewn inside a lamb, inside a cow. The famous medieval turducken. They're grandiose presentations to show wealth. It's like those cafes with glitter and giant marshmallows made just for Instagram. Vegetables have a secondary role at the noble table, unlike peasant diet. Peas, beans, turnips, and onions appear in soups and stews, but never as protagonists. Eating mainly vegetables would be admitting you can't afford meat. It's like driving an economy car when everyone expects you to have a BMW. Bread continues present, but now with a special function, serving as a plate. Thick slices of bread are used as a base to pile food on. After absorbing sauces and juices, these bread plates are given to the poor or dogs. It's like an edible plate recycling system. Ecological in a way, centuries before environmental concern, drink flows abundantly. Wine for nobility, beer for those of lesser status. Pure water is rarely offered. The concept of hydration as we understand it doesn't exist. Drinking alcohol constantly is normal, even recommended. It's as if the doctor prescribed a glass of wine with each meal, and then winked, suggesting you could have a few more. Medieval dessert for royalty is a sugar display, the white gold of the era. Sculptures made entirely of sugar, crystallized fruits, cakes covered in honey. Sugar is so expensive that just showing you can waste it in artistic forms is already a declaration of power. It's like throwing money in the air at a casino. The meal lasts hours. There's no rush. The concept of time is money hasn't been born yet. Conversations happen. Alliances are formed. Gossip is exchanged. It's medieval LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook, all happening simultaneously around the dinner table. You notice that some nobles eat little, while others devour everything in front of them. Gluttony isn't necessarily a sin at the table. It's a demonstration of appreciation for the host's generosity. It's like complimenting someone's new haircut, even if it looks strange. It's basic social politics. During the banquet, entertainers perform. There's no Netflix or Spotify. They're bards singing epic ballads, acrobats risking their necks, and court jesters making jokes at everyone's expense, except yours, of course. It's like having a live show during each meal, with artists whose survival depends directly on how much you smile. The court jester deserves special attention. He's the only person who can openly criticize the monarch, as long as he does it funnily. It's like having a brutally honest friend who always tells the truth, but with a clown horn to soften the blow. A necessary social release valve in a rigid system. After the banquet comes the time to receive petitions. There's no independent judicial system as we know it. You are the final law, the walking Supreme Court. People of all classes can, theoretically, bring their problems directly to you. It's like being judge, jury, and potentially executioner, all in one person. The cases vary enormously. A peasant complains that his neighbor moved the fence during the night, stealing a piece of land. Two merchants dispute payment of a debt. A priest accuses a woman of suspicious behavior. Each case requires your judgment, often based more on precedents and customs than written laws. You feel the weight of these decisions. There's no appeal, no higher instance. Your word ends the matter. It's like being the TV remote control in a room full of people with different tastes. Whoever holds the remote decides, and others must accept. Some petitions are immediately refused, others forwarded to lesser officials. You can't solve every dispute in the kingdom. It's like being the only doctor in a town. Priorities need to be established, even if it means some problems will never be treated. Among the petitioners, there are those who come just to be seen by you. They bring gifts, exaggerated compliments, requests for favors. Everyone wants a piece of your attention, a drop of your power. It's like being a social media celebrity where every follower wants a like or mention. Power attracts flatterers like honey attracts flies. You learn to differentiate sincerity from flattery, though the line is often thin. It's like trying to identify fake news in a sea of information. It requires practice, skepticism, and a pinch of healthy paranoia. The afternoon advances and the time for religious affairs arrives. An imposing bishop enters the hall, accompanied by acolytes carrying incense and sacred symbols. The church isn't separate from the state. It's practically a parallel state, with its own legal system, lands, and army. It's like having two competing companies sharing the same office. The bishop brings a request from the church, more funds for cathedral construction that has been consuming resources for decades. Medieval cathedrals are projects of entire generations. Many of the workers who started the work died long ago. It's like a software project that continues in development long after the original programmers retired. You know you can't simply deny the church's request. Your power, though immense in secular terms, is limited when it comes to spiritual matters. The church controls access to paradise, a power that not even a king can usurp. It's like arguing with the person who controls the Wi-Fi password. You may own the house, but you still need internet at the same time. Every gold coin destined for the cathedral is one less coin for fortifications, armies, and court comfort. Governing is, largely, deciding how to distribute limited resources among unlimited demands. It's like trying to divide a small pizza at a large party. Someone inevitably gets a smaller slice than they'd like. While negotiating with the bishop, you look out the window. The sun begins its descent on the horizon. Medieval days are governed by the solar cycle, not by clocks. When it gets dark, activity decreases dramatically. It's like living in a city where there's a natural curfew every night. Clocks exist, but they're rare and imprecise. Time is announced by church bells, dividing the day into periods of prayer. It's like having only generic notifications of morning, noon, and afternoon instead of exact time. Punctuality, as we understand it, is a concept that hasn't been born yet. As the day advances, you feel tiredness in your shoulders. It's not just the weight of responsibilities. It's also the literal weight of royal clothing. Layers and more layers of fabric, often adorned with precious metals and stones. It's like spending the day in an elaborate Halloween costume that you can't take off. A counselor approaches with yet another scroll. This one brings news from a distant region of the kingdom where an unknown disease is spreading. There are no microscopes, antibiotics, or modern understanding of contagion. Medieval medicine is a mixture of practical observation, superstition, and humor theory. It's like trying to fix a computer guided only by the colors and sounds it makes. The remedies suggested by the court physician sound bizarre to modern ears. Bloodletting to balance humors. Specific herbs based on their visual similarity to affected organs. Protective amulets. It's like receiving medical advice from an algorithm that accidentally mixed WebMD with a magic grimoire. You authorize sending doctors and resources to the affected region. knowing they'll probably make little difference. Medieval epidemics are forces of nature almost impossible to contain with the era's knowledge. It's like trying to put out a forest fire with water buckets. Well-intentioned, but sadly inadequate. Fear of disease is constant. You've heard stories of the Great Plague that devastated entire regions a century ago. Entire villages disappeared. Noble families were decimated. Not even royalty is immune. It's like living with the constant threat of a natural disaster for which there's no early warning system. As the afternoon advances, you have a rare moment of leisure. For medieval royalty, entertainment isn't Netflix or video games. It might be falconry, the training and use of birds of prey for hunting, an expensive and exclusive hobby demonstrating dominion over nature. It's like having a super exclusive drone when nobody else can buy one. Or perhaps you prefer chess, a game already ancient even in the Middle Ages. It's not just fun, it's training for war, diplomacy, and strategy. Each piece represents a social class, from pawn to king, reflecting the hierarchy that structures the entire medieval world. It's like a reality simulator where you practice the skills you use every day. Hunting is another noble pastime par excellence. It's not sport, it's privilege. Large forest areas are reserved exclusively for nobility's pleasure. A peasant caught hunting in these areas could lose a hand or life. It's like having a private amusement park surrounded by electrified walls. For noble women, embroidery isn't mere pastime, it's art and communication. Enormous tapestries tell stories, preserve family memories, display political alliances. Each stitch is a letter in a textile alphabet that few people today would know how to read. It's like programming a computer using thread and needle instead of code. The sun begins to set, and dinner preparations begin. Torches and candles are lit. Artificial lighting is expensive and precarious. Flickering light creates dancing shadows on stone walls. It's like living in a low-budget horror movie where lighting always fails at the most important moments. Medieval darkness is different from modern darkness. There's no light pollution, no emergency lights, no distant glow from a neighboring city. When it gets dark, it's complete darkness, almost tactile. It's like being in a deep cave, where the absence of light becomes an almost physical presence. Dinner is smaller than lunch, but still a substantial meal. Lunch leftovers reappear, transformed into new dishes. Waste is less than we imagine. Even bones are used for broths. It's like those grandmothers who magically transform refrigerator leftovers into completely new meals. During dinner, bards sing ballads about heroic deeds of your ancestors, often embellished beyond recognition. Family history is constantly rewritten to glorify the current lineage. It's like editing Instagram photos to make it seem like your life is an uninterrupted sequence of perfect moments. After dinner comes the time for retirement. Activities diminish with the lack of adequate light. Reading by candlelight is an effort few indulge in regularly. It's like trying to watch a movie with phone screen brightness at minimum. Possible, but uncomfortable. You retire to your chambers, accompanied by servants who help in the undressing ritual. The layers of clothing are removed in reverse order from how they were put on. It's like dismantling a three-dimensional puzzle you've been carrying all day long. Nighttime hygiene is minimal, perhaps a little water to wash hands and face. Teeth receive at best a scrub with a cloth. It's like cleaning the house by dusting only the most visible places. It gives an appearance of cleanliness, but doesn't remove deep dirt. Your bed isn't the memory foam mattress from TV commercials. It's a straw mattress, or if you're very rich, feathers. It's supported by interlaced ropes that need to be periodically retightened. This is the origin of the expression sleep tight. When the ropes are well tensioned, the mattress doesn't sag as much. The room isn't heated like the castle's common spaces. Night cold penetrates through stone walls. You cover yourself with heavy wool blankets and furs. It's not uncommon to sleep semi-seated, almost like in a reclining chair. It was believed that lying completely horizontal during sleep could allow demons to enter the body. The windows have no glass. They have wooden shutters that block wind but also light. When closed to keep warmth, the room is in complete darkness. It's like trying to find the bathroom in the middle of the night during a blackout. Every step is a potentially painful adventure. The nighttime sounds of the castle are a unique symphony. Wind whistles through stone cracks. Rats run behind walls. Guards make their rounds with rhythmic steps. Occasionally, a distant scream or drunken laughter breaks the silence. It's like sleeping in an old hotel where every noise has a potentially scary story. You close your eyes, but sleep doesn't come easily. Political worries, military plans, court intrigues. The medieval mind is no less active than the modern one. Without television or social media to distract, thoughts circulate insistently. It's like trying to sleep after watching a disturbing psychological thriller. When sleep finally comes, it's not the uninterrupted 8-hour sleep we consider ideal. The medieval pattern is different. People usually sleep in 2 blocks, with a period of wakefulness in the middle of the night. During this hour or two awake, prayers are made, intimate conversations happen, or small tasks are done by candlelight, and so ends a day in the life of medieval royalty. The cycle will repeat tomorrow, with small variations, but the same basic structure. It's like watching different episodes of the same series. The characters and settings remain, only the situations change slightly. Religion permeates every moment of your day. From awakening to falling asleep, prayers punctuate time like invisible markers. It's not just devotion, it's social structure, it's law, it's the very explanation of the universe. It's like having an app that controls all aspects of your life, installed since birth, with no uninstall option. Masses are frequent and mandatory. Not attending would be more than a spiritual failure. It would be a political statement. The medieval god isn't just metaphorically omnipresent. His influence is literally visible in every aspect of society. It's like living in a house where all walls have painted eyes that seem to follow your movements. Religious rituals are complex and often incomprehensible to lay people. The Latin of masses is a language few understand, creating a barrier between divine and common. It's like watching an opera in an unknown language. You catch the emotion and spectacle, but miss the libretto's nuances. Death is always present in medieval thought, not as an abstract concept, but as daily reality. Child mortality is so high that many children don't receive names until completing a few years. It's like buying an electronic device and keeping the receipt during warranty period, a cautious emotional investment. Cemeteries aren't isolated, silent places. They're at community centers, frequently around churches. The dead remain literally in the middle of the living. It's like having a family album always open on the coffee table, a constant reminder of who came before and where everyone is going. Art reflects this concern with mortality. Medieval paintings rarely seek just beauty. They carry moral messages, spiritual warnings. Even noble portraits frequently include symbols of mortality like skulls or wilted flowers. It's like having an Instagram feed where each photo comes with a reminder that beauty is fleeting. The concept of privacy as we understand it simply doesn't exist. Your servants sleep in the same room as you, just on mats on the floor. Conversations are heard, letters are read by multiple eyes. It's like living in a reality show where cameras never turn off, even during sleep. Castle walls, though thick, are surprisingly porous in terms of sound. Whispers in a hallway can be heard through unintentional air ducts or fireplace pipes. It's like living in a modern apartment with thin walls. Everyone knows when the neighbor has an argument or a night of love. Climate shapes medieval life more than any factor except religion. A particularly cold winter can mean widespread famine. A very rainy spring can rot seeds in the soil. It's like living completely dependent on the mood of a temperamental weather god, without meteorologists or backup heaters. When snow falls, the castle transforms. Cold is almost an invading enemy against which everyone fights. Fireplaces burn constantly, consuming wood cut and stacked during months of preparation. It's like a war economy, where resources are rationed and distributed according to hierarchy of needs. Winter brings diseases. Winter fever, flu, and pneumonia sweep the castle like invisible waves. There are no antibiotics, only hot broths, herb poultices, and prayers. It's like facing an army of microscopic invaders, armed only with hot water and hope. Spring is celebrated with almost pagan fervor. After months of cold and darkness, the return of sun and flowers is seen as a literal resurrection of earth. Festivals that mix Christian elements and ancient traditions mark the season change. It's like the end of a long quarantine period, when doors finally open and life returns to the streets. Medieval summer is a time of intense work, mainly for peasants. Harvests need to be secured, hay cut and stored, fruits preserved. It's a race against time and weather. For you, in royalty, it means supervising this frantic activity on which your survival indirectly depends. Autumn brings harvest festivals, rare moments of abundance. It's when weddings are celebrated, contracts signed, promises made. The shadow of approaching winter gives a bittersweet tone to these celebrations. It's like a farewell party, joyful in the moment, but with awareness of imminent separation. Court life has its own internal climate, independent of seasons outside. Alliances heat and cool, friendships bloom and wither, enmities sprout like weeds after rain. It's a human ecosystem as complex and unpredictable as the natural one, requiring equal attention to navigate successfully. Marriage, in medieval nobility, rarely relates to romantic love. It's a political alliance, a property merger, a dynastic strategy. Two families unite through two individuals who may barely know each other. It's like a corporate merger where CEOs are forced to share not just the office, but also the bedroom. Choosing a spouse for princes and princesses is a state matter, debated in councils and negotiated by ambassadors. Love, if it arises, is a happy coincidence, not a prerequisite. It's like a business contract where personal compatibility is an optional clause, frequently ignored. The wedding ceremony is less an intimate moment and more a public display of alliances and wealth. The bride's dress, jewelry, food served, everything is calculated to impress and intimidate. It's like a military parade disguised as a wedding party. The wedding night for royalty may include witnesses who verify marriage consummation. Fertility isn't a private matter but a state affair. Lineage continuity is too important to be left unsupervised. It's like a quality test for the kingdom's most important product, the next heir. Speaking of heirs, childhood in royalty is drastically different from common childhood. From birth, the prince or princess is treated like a small adult in training. There's no concept of child development or age appropriate. It's like entering a school where curriculum starts with advanced calculus before even learning to count. Noble children are rarely raised by parents. Wet nurses, tutors, companions, and masters form a committee that supervises every aspect of their development. It's like being raised by a board of directors instead of a family, with quarterly reports on your progress. Learning starts early and is rigorous. Noble boys learn swordplay, horsemanship, and military strategy from 5 or 6 years old. Girls learn to manage a castle, embroider, and diplomacy principles through etiquette. It's like an extremely specialized vocational school, preparing mini CEOs for specific companies. Castles, which seem so romantic in modern films, are primarily functional structures. Thick walls aren't decorative, they're essential military defenses. Every design aspect prioritizes survival over comfort. It's like living inside a war tank, protected, but not exactly cozy. The famous towers aren't picturesque viewpoints, they're elevated defensive positions. Arrow slits aren't stylized windows. They're openings designed to allow archers to attack while remaining protected. It's like living in a bunker that occasionally receives diplomatic visits. Moats around castles aren't just for show. They're military barriers filled not just with water, but frequently with excrement and castle waste. Bad smell is a feature, not a bug. It discourages both invaders and establishment of too close settlements. It's like having an electric fence that also works as an improvised sewage system. Castle maintenance is constant work. Stones need replacement, wood treated against rot, drawbridges lubricated. It's like owning a very old house where something always needs repair, only multiplied by 100 in scale and complexity. Servants are the invisible gears that keep this machine running. Dozens, sometimes hundreds of people work behind the scenes. Water carriers, firelighters, washerwomen, cooks, messengers, a complex service hierarchy where each person knows exactly their place. It's like a human anthill with royalty at the center. The medieval kitchen is a world apart. Usually located far from noble quarters because of heat and smell, it's a controlled hell of fire, steam, and frantic activity. Cooks work in conditions that today would be considered inhumane. Extreme heat, without adequate ventilation, endless workdays. It's like an industrial production line before workers' rights. Food preservation is an imprecise but vital science. Meat is smoked or salted until almost unrecognizable. Vegetables are fermented in enormous barrels. Fruits are dried or preserved in honey. It's like an experimental chemistry lab where mistakes could mean starvation during winter. The brewery and bakery are continuous operations. Beer and bread are basic foods consumed in quantities that today would seem excessive to us. A medieval adult can drink several liters of beer per day, not from addiction, but because it's safer than water and provides necessary calories. It's like taking vitamins, a nutritional necessity, not a luxury. Laundry is arduous work. Without washing machines, modern detergents, or running water, washing clothes means carrying water, heating large cauldrons, manually scrubbing with harsh soap made from ashes and fat. It's like doing muscle exercises and spa at the same time, only without the spa's relaxing benefits. Personal hygiene, though limited by modern standards, isn't completely neglected. Full baths are rare, but partial cleaning is regular. Hands and faces are washed, hair combed and sometimes washed with herbal mixtures. It's like cleaning the house by just wiping with a damp cloth, removes visible dirt, but doesn't sterilize. Perfumes are used abundantly, not just for vanity, but for practical necessity. Essential oils from flowers and herbs mask body odors and are believed to have medicinal properties. It's like a deodorant that also works as preventive medicine. multifunctional by design, not by accident. Medieval remedies are a mixture of practical observation, superstition, and tradition. Some herbs really contain effective medicinal compounds. Other practices, like bloodletting or applying leeches, are based on incorrect medical theories. It's like a healthcare system where effective treatments and dangerous placebos coexist without clear distinction. The theory of four humors dominates medicine. It's believed that blood, phlegm, yellow bile, and black bile need to be in balance for perfect health. Any illness is seen as an imbalance that needs correction. It's like a buggy operating system, where the default solution is always restart the computer, regardless of the problem. Court physicians are often more educated than talented. Many are university trained, where they learn ancient theories from Galen and Hippocrates without ever questioning their validity. It's like hiring a computer technician who only studied manuals from the 80s and never touched a smartphone. Surgery is brutal, quick, and often fatal, without anesthesia beyond alcohol or opium, without antiseptics, without understanding of infection. A surgeon is evaluated by speed, not delicacy. It's like taking your car to a shop where mechanics only use hammers and work against the clock, regardless of the problem. Dentistry is equally primitive. Problem teeth are simply pulled. Cavities are scraped with metal instruments and filled with lead or other metals. It's like fixing a boat leak by drilling another hole to drain water, a solution that creates new problems. Motherhood is extremely dangerous. Childbirth is the riskiest moment in a medieval woman's life, regardless of social class. Complications that today would be easily treated are often fatal. It's like mountain climbing without safety equipment, a natural activity, but dangerous without adequate technology. Death in royalty is a public event as much as private. The monarch's body is prepared, displayed, honored in elaborate ceremonies. Power continuity is demonstrated through rituals that transfer authority from dead to living. It's like an operating system update. The hardware, kingdom, continues. Only the software, monarch, is replaced. Noble funerals are demonstrations of status and power as much as expressions of mourning. The number of candles, number of priests praying, coffin quality, tomb location within the church, everything communicates the deceased's importance. It's like a final social media post, carefully crafted to ensure digital legacy. Succession is rarely tranquil, even when there's a clear heir. Distant cousins, ambitious uncles, younger brothers, all may see opportunity in leadership change. It's like a family business, where each succession triggers potential corporate restructuring, often hostile. Education at the medieval court is surprisingly broad for some. A well-educated prince learns multiple languages: mathematics, astronomy, history, theology, music, and martial arts. It's like an extremely demanding interdisciplinary curriculum, designed to create a leader who can understand all aspects of the kingdom. Languages are particularly important. A medieval monarch may need to speak the people's local language, Latin for church and diplomacy, and perhaps French or another nobility language. It's like being CEO of a multinational, where each department speaks a different language. The art of rhetoric, speaking well in public, is essential. There are no microphones or speakers. A king needs to command attention with voice and presence. It's like being a theater actor in a world without amplification. Projection, clarity, and impact are fundamental skills, not optional. Writing is a specialized technical skill, often delegated to professional scribes. A monarch may be highly educated but still dictate letters instead of writing them personally. It's like a modern executive who understands programming but hires developers for actual work. Fashion at court is regulated by sumptuary laws that determine who can wear which fabrics, colors, and adornments. It's not just aesthetics, it's social control codified in clothing. It's like a corporate badge system where color and design instantly indicate each person's access level and authority. Colors are particularly important. Purple, derived from a rare secretion of certain mollusks, is so expensive it's reserved exclusively for royalty in many kingdoms. It's like an iPhone made of solid gold today. Value is less in function and more in exclusivity and status. Fabrics have their own hierarchy. Silk, imported at great cost from the East, is for high nobility. Fine wool for lesser nobility. Rough linen for servants. It's like a system where your social status determines whether you wear haute couture, fast fashion, or thrift store items, only codified in law. Jewelry isn't just decorative, it's portable financial reserves. In a world without accessible banks, precious stones and metals are forms of wealth that can be quickly transported or hidden in emergencies. It's like carrying an emergency credit card, only on your neck or fingers. Court etiquette isn't mere formality. It's highly developed nonverbal language. The depth of a bow, positioning at table, who speaks first. Every detail communicates power relations. It's like a social programming language where small syntax errors can cause major system failures. Court dancing in medieval times is precise and codified. It's not free expression, but demonstration of discipline and knowledge of social rules. Each step has meaning. Each formation tells a story of hierarchy and alliance. It's like corporate ballet where everyone's movements are choreographed to show who leads and who follows. Music is omnipresent but different. Without recordings or amplification, all music is live, acoustic, and unrepeatable. A talented musician is a living treasure, capable of creating moments of ephemeral beauty that can never be perfectly recreated. It's like watching a live broadcast without replay option. Each note exists only in the moment. Silence is rare and precious. Between constant noise of people, animals, tools, and elements, moments of true quiet are almost impossible to find, perhaps in an isolated chapel, perhaps during a solitary hunt in the forest. It's like living in a city that never sleeps, where background noise is life's constant soundtrack. Long-distance communications are slow and uncertain. A letter may take weeks to reach its destination, if it arrives. Messengers can be intercepted, die on the way, or simply get lost. It's like sending an important email without delivery confirmation, then waiting days or weeks without knowing if it was delivered. Known geography is limited, but intensely studied. Maps are imprecise but valued. A good map is a gift worthy of a king. It's like owning an exclusive GPS in a world where most people barely know the way beyond the next village. The concept of news is fundamentally different. There's no media in the modern sense. Information travels at the speed of horses and ships. A significant event in a neighboring kingdom might be discovered weeks after occurring. It's like living in a world where even the most important news arrives with the delay of traditional mail. Ambassadors are therefore crucial. They're not just diplomatic representatives, but the kingdom's eyes and ears in foreign lands. A good ambassador is part spy, part diplomat, part reporter. It's like having a human satellite dish capturing signals from a world beyond normal reach. War, always a possibility, is planned meticulously. Military campaigns are enormous logistical operations. Feeding, equipping, and moving thousands of men through potentially hostile territory is an organizational nightmare. It's like planning an entire company's relocation to another country, only under constant threat of attack. The war table, where maps are studied and strategies debated, is the medieval command center. Miniatures representing troops are moved over paper or cloth terrains. It's like a strategy video game played with physical pieces, where each move represents hundreds of real lives. Mercenaries are a constant reality. Professional soldiers, who sell their skills to the highest bidder. Useful but dangerous. Their loyalty lasts only as long as gold flows. It's like hiring external consultants who can easily go work for the competitor if the offer is better. Spies are as important as soldiers. Information is power, especially when communications are slow and imprecise. A well-positioned network of informants can be more valuable than a company of archers. It's like having exclusive access to market data that your competitors don't possess, an invisible but decisive advantage. Diplomacy is war by other means. Arranged marriages, exchanges of noble hostages, euphemistically called guests, carefully drafted treaties, all are alternatives to direct conflict. It's like corporate negotiations where mergers and acquisitions replace direct predatory competition. You realize that your life, despite all pomp and circumstance, is fundamentally limited by forces beyond your control. Tradition, religion, family alliances, economic realities, all are invisible shackles as restrictive as any dungeon. It's like being CEO of a company where you rarely can make truly independent decisions. Still, there are moments of beauty and transcendence even in medieval rigidity. Sunset through colored stained glass of the chapel. A child's sincere laughter, not yet completely molded by nobility's restrictions. Winter's first snow transforming the world into something magical and new. It's like finding small oases of authenticity in a desert of imposed expectations. At the end of this typical day, as the last candles are extinguished and the castle settles into nighttime silence, you reflect on the paradox of your existence. Unimaginable power over others combined with surprising lack of personal freedom. Extraordinary material wealth side by side with poverty of comforts that a modern peasant would consider basic. Life in medieval royalty is a constant contradiction. The crown everyone covets is a burden few truly understand. The throne that seems to elevate also restricts. It's like conquering the mountaintop only to discover the air is thinner, the view lonelier, and the descent as dangerous as the climb. And as sleep finally comes, you surrender to it, knowing tomorrow will bring new challenges, new impossible decisions, new precarious balances between duty and desire.
The wheel of time seizes chain, kingdoms rise and...
But some truths remain constant through centuries. Perhaps you think before falling asleep. The crown's greatest irony is that its brilliance overshadows the humanity of whoever wears it. Behind the symbol, there exists only a person, with fears, hopes, and dreams like any other. It's a truth that crosses centuries, connecting medieval royalty to the powerful of all eras, including our own. If this journey surprised you, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone who still thinks being king was synonymous with luxury. Here on the channel, every week you discover that history is much darker and more fascinating than it appears.